every service in the month of May is going to be deeper and deeper and deeper. Amen. So this evening, I'll talk to you about understanding discipleship. Throughout our Thursdays, we're going to be talking about looking at discipleship. Understanding discipleship. Understanding discipleship. Have you heard the word like discipleship before? Huh? Have you heard the word disciple before? So today I just want to help you understand discipleship. That's what I want to help you do. Our focus today, we're going to be looking at who is a disciple and how to become a strong disciple. Who is a disciple and how to become what? A strong disciple. So I said that a disciple is a person who follows. Can you read with me? Want to go? Read with me. Want to go? It's looking at only two persons that are reading. We have many here. Read with me. Want to go? Learns from and accepts the teachings of his or what? A teacher. In other contexts, a disciple can be anyone devoted to studying under or adopting a particular belief system. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. A disciple is a person that follows. So anybody that is not following is not a disciple. Are you getting what I'm saying? I say a disciple is a person who follows. The person that is learning from. So you cannot say somebody is your teacher, you're learning nothing from the person. Somebody that accepts the teachings of his or her teacher. In other contexts, a disciple can be anyone devoted to studying under a mentor or adopting a particular belief system. You cannot go to brotherhood and wear black when everybody is wearing white. They will not allow you. You cannot enter cherubim wearing your shoe when everybody is walking what? Barefooted. And when you come into a particular denomination, what you believe must be subject to what they believe. You cannot uphold your personal belief system above the belief of a local church. For instance, if a local church is not wearing shoe, you can't say you don't want to walk barefooted. If you say you don't want to walk barefooted, that shouldn't be your church. You should go to a church where they wear shoes. But you cannot go to that church and insist that you must wear shoe. If you insist that you must wear shoe, you are bringing what they call division. It means that it is two vision that is now in the local church. A vision of people that walks barefooted, another one that wear what? Shoes. So the person that actually go to a local church and insist to wear a shoe, that person is bringing division. What it means is that the person is bringing two visions. Division means that there are two visions in operation. Are you getting what I'm saying? So I said a disciple is a person who follows. Somebody that is learning from or accept the teaching of his or her teacher. In other contexts, a disciple can be anyone devoted to studying under a mentor, adopting a particular belief system. The next one. A disciple is different from being a member or a worker. So somebody can be a member of a church, but the person is not a disciple of the church. Somebody can be a worker in the church. The person is not a disciple. A disciple is different from being a member or a worker. Are you getting what I'm saying? So church members or workers are not automatically disciples. Matthew chapter 4 verse 19. So the moment you become a church member, you become a worker, you are not automatically a disciple. You become a disciple when you begin to follow, when you begin to learn, when you begin to accept the teachings, the dealings. So let's see Matthew chapter 4 verse 19. We want to go louder. It says Jesus called come along with me, and I will show you how to what? To fish men for the souls of men. Other translation says, come, I will make you what? Fishers of men. So you see, a disciple is first of all a group of people that are called out. So that means that you can have a local church of 200 persons, but you find that it's only 10 that are called disciples. You will find this 10 always around the pastor. You can have a church of 1,000. You find that it's only 200 that are called disciples. You will always find these 200 around the pastor. So Jesus saw them. He says, and he said unto them, what? Follow me. I will make you fishers of men. So a disciple, the first step of becoming a disciple is followership. If you're not following, you will just barber around and end up not become anything. People can be around and not become nothing. That's why it says, I will make you. First of all, it says follow, then I will make. So if you're not following, you cannot be made. So the people that are made are the people that are what? That are following. So you must understand how discipleship works. Are you following what I'm saying? Are you blessed? How to become a strong disciple of Apostle Williams. Every pastor have their disciples. I get what I'm saying. You can become a weak disciple of Apostle Williams. You can also decide to be what? A strong disciple of what? Of Apostle Williams. Every pastor that God sent, everybody that is following the pastor is supposed to be a disciple of that pastor. And when you hear the word disciple, what should come to your mind first is a student. Somebody that is learning. Somebody that is learning. The same way you go to school to learn chemistry from your chemistry teacher. When you come to church, you learn the things of the Spirit from your pastor. How the things of the Spirit are done, how it is being operated. In discipleship, you will master how to copy. And if you have an independent spirit, you cannot be a disciple of anybody. You be a master. And people that have an independent spirit cannot become anything. Because they are not discipled, they cannot disciple people. You have to follow me, to be able to teach others to follow you. So you have to follow me to be able to teach others to follow you. How you follow me, what you learned following me, becomes a manual. So that if you're going to teach other people followership, it is your life that becomes the study. So that means if somebody have an independent spirit, the person is not following, it cannot be a teacher, because he doesn't have anything to teach. He doesn't have experience. He does not have exposure. He has not seen anything. That's why Paul, when he was writing to Timothy, he said, Timothy, my son, the things that you hear me, commit it to what? Faithful men who will be able to teach others also. So faithful men are students of a teacher who had followed the teacher, so that they can learn the rudiments of what they have learned, what they are studying, to be able to transfer it to others also. It takes a follower to be a leader. If you are not following, you can't lead. Even though you have people around you, you can't lead them. Are you following what I'm saying? So how do you become a student of Apostle Williams? Number one, consistent followership. Consistent followership. You know, when Gift did a birthday, I just took a picture, I was looking. Then the thing that dawned on me was, this person has followed me for 4 years. Unbroken followership. I've never had any opportunity to. In fact, she has followed me unbrokenly. So that's a follower. Somebody that follows. I've not had Opportunity to talk too much, to quarrel and fight. Because go for her is go. Stand what is stand. Jump is what is jump. Turn is what is turn. That's consistency. You can't follow in 6 months and become anything. You can't follow for 1 year and become anything. At least basic. To study engineering school, you need 4 years. So consistent followership, unbroken followership. That is how you become a disciple. Acts chapter 4 verse 14. You become my disciple by following me consistently. Unbroken followership. Number 1 is what? Unbroken what? Followership. Consistent followership. That is how you become a strong disciple. You're not a disciple that you can't be strong following when you come to church. Matthew chapter what? Acts 4:13. Let's see if you want to go. It says, when the council saw the word, the boldness of Peter and John, and could see that they were obviously uneducated, non-professionals, they were amazed and realized what being with Jesus had done for them. Did you see that? Put up King James. It says that when they saw that these guys were, before this, these Pharisees already know their history. They were uneducated. They didn't know anything. But they said that when they saw these guys talked, they said, these guys, we took note that they have been with Jesus. Because it's only one man they can be with to have this kind of level of what? Boldness. The Bible says that they took note. Let's see, we want to go. It says, now when what? When they saw the boldness of Peter, what? And John, and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled, and they took knowledge of them that they had been with Jesus. Now pay attention. The spirit of boldness came upon them by consistent followership. If Peter followed Jesus, after 6 months run away, he won't have the boldness to do what he's doing. Are you getting what I'm saying? He won't have the audacity. Peter was a fearful guy. John was a timid guy. It was obvious that people in the environment knew these guys. But now, after 3 years and 6 months, they now found that these guys are different from the way they knew them. He said, the only solution to this is that they have been with a man, and that man is called what? It's called Jesus Christ. So what consistent followership will do is that consistent followership will transfer wisdom. Will transfer in you wisdom, knowledge. Are you getting what I'm saying? Discernment. When you keep following me, you become as wise as I am, even much more wiser. Are you getting what I'm saying? You become bolder than I am. Because when you're around me, you see the way I approach matters. You see the way I talk. You see the way I address issues. You see the way I am firm on destiny matter. It will jump on you. Are you getting what I'm saying? Are you getting me? It says when they took note that these guys have been with Jesus. So you can be in church and not become a disciple. A disciple is someone that follows. And you don't follow for following sake. You follow instructions. You follow what you are asked to do. That is how you become a disciple. A strong disciple. When two persons stand before me, if I want to send, I'll send the stronger person. Then while I wait for the weaker person to grow. They said they took note that they have been with Jesus. So when you are following a pastor, don't follow casually. Follow what? Intentionally. Follow knowing what you want from the pastor to jump on you. If you don't know what you want that is on the pastor, you will not know if it has jumped on you or not. You will not know if you have gotten anything or not. So you must follow with a desire. There must be something that you see that you want to jump on you. And many times when you recognize what you want, it comes faster. Because your desire is a stronger, is a law of what? Of attraction. So if you follow a pastor with no desire to become anything, you will just be in a number, but your life is not changing. So a disciple is someone that follows the pastor, follow intentionally. That is why Elisha was talking to Elijah. He says, Master, I want the double of what? Double portion of your spirit. Because Elisha knew what he wanted. While the other children, other students, remember, Elijah had plenty schools of prophets from Jordan. All the journey that Elijah took, at every point, you see a certain student come to meet Elisha. He said, we see your master. God will soon carry what? Your master. Elisha said, don't worry, I'm aware. They were called the sons of what? Of the prophet. They were students learning from the prophet. But upon all the students in different locations, it was one man that the Spirit came upon. It was only that man that was intentional about following. It is that man that was deliberate about following. If you check the history, you find that when Elisha died, he died for a very long time. And there was war. And they mistakenly dug the grave of Prophet Elisha, and his bones came out. And they carried a dead body and threw inside that grave. As the dead body touched the bone, the dead body came back to life. That's a double portion of what was on his master. When you come to a church, don't just be in the church. Desire something from the leader. When you have desire something, when you have strong desire, it will jump on you. Everybody you see, I follow. I have a strong desire. Very strong desire. See, if I stay here and say, the Spirit that is upon me, rest upon you, it can only be activated on people that have the desire. Anybody that does not have desire, it can't happen. The prophecy will never come to pass. How you know that you have started catching the spirit of your pastor? You start talking, start behaving like your pastor, start thinking, start seeing things differently like your pastor. You just find out that you that used to be very timid, now you're very bold, because something has come upon you. And in this service, something will come upon you. Amen. If amen is loud, I'm talking to you. Amen. Something will come upon you. So how to become a strong disciple of Apostle Williams? Number one, I say what? Consistent followership. Don't break followership. Don't break it. Don't break it. There's a grievous danger in breaking followership. A grievous danger. A people who follows chooses not to follow, maybe go away from the church and come back, and come back to that same church. They will be there physically, nothing will happen. Why? Before a man leaves the church, it starts with the man's heart. Before the body physically does what? Leaves the church. Nobody leaves the church physically without leaving the church in his heart. And followership, connectivity to grace, is a heart thing, not a physical word, body thing. So the day a man get up, maybe get angry, whatever, now begins to behave somehow towards instruction, that his physical posture is a reflection of what? Of his heart. And can I say this? It is difficult to repair your heart than your body. Very hard. If a man follows and break followership, even if the man comes back physically, he has to work on his heart to truly follow. Because being physically present does not mean that you're present in your heart. Are you learning what I'm saying? So that is why, okay, let me put it this way. Let me say, if you're used to dating, if you're broken up before and two of you come back, is it as smooth like when it was when nothing happened? It can be. All of you are pretending. You were dating this guy for 2 years. Then maybe relationship now, party na scatter. Party scatter. Party scatter. So party na scatter. Then you now walk up to the guy and say, see this thing I'm not doing again. Now can I tell you, the day you tell the guy you're not doing again is not the day you say you're not doing again. You've already thought about it. You've meditated on it. Finally, you now confess what? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So now, the guy now says, please forgive me. Give me what? Second chance. Or give me just one chance. Can I say this? If you agree to give that guy a second chance, have you truly given the guy a second chance? You have not. Now, the second chance for you is just being available, but your heart is not in the relationship the way it was when it was not broken. So also in a church. So also in following. By the time your heart disconnects from your pastor, even though you are still physically present, something is wrong. You may not be blessed again until you work on your heart. And to work on your heart takes a lot of time. Because now that your heart has been broken spiritually, you will need plenty things to convince you that this is where it's supposed to be. The same way you need that guy to prove to you that it's not the mistake he made. You will need time. So it is better when it comes to following and followership, don't break it. Fight not to break it. Because if you break it, even though you are available, it can't be the same as when you first met it. It can't be the same. Are you following what I'm telling you? So that means that your fellowship for a pastor has to be consistent, unbroken. And many times, what breaks fellowship is offense, is bitterness, is anger. It breaks fellowship faster. And the truth is, the reasons why you have to have the opportunity to get angry is to test if you're truly a follower. If there was no need for forgiveness, we will not know that we have the nature to forgive. So the reasons why God gave us forgiveness, because people offend us. And the reasons why God make us to know offense, so that we can manifest forgiveness. So when you come to a local church and you begin to follow, now, when there's a need to be offended, it is not the offense that is the problem. It is what happens to you after the event. So when you have the occasion, when you have the opportunity to be angry, to be offended, it's a test of loyalty. It's a proof of followership. If you fail this test, the things that should have come to you by being consistent, you will not get it. Then a grace that is supposed to grace to you is the grace that is making you see disgrace because of the posture of your heart. There is no organization you enter and you get close to the leader and you will not see what you're not supposed to see. There is no perfect pastor anywhere. There's no perfect pastor. Even though the pastor is wearing white suit, wearing white gown, put white hand glove, rub white powder, it's only his eye you're seeing. He's not perfect. So this my pastor is a very perfect pastor. He's wearing white suit. You're seeing from distance. Have you come close? Are you close enough to see that even your pastor can pastor you? And sometimes, can I say this? Listen to me again. Many times God gives you a pastor because of the way you are. The same way God gives a nation a president because of the people of the nation. So I say number one is what? consistent followership. Number 2, how to become a strong disciple of Apostle Williams. Obedient to being sent. Obedient to being sent. Your master, your teacher will always send you. When you stay in a local church, you're not sent. There are 2 things. It's either you're not available to be sent, or you're not sendable. How do you know you're not sendable? Whenever they send you, you do what you want to do. Then you're not sendable. You're not doing what you were asked to do, how you were asked to do it. Are you following what I'm saying? So number 2, how to do what? How to do what? How to become a student, to be a disciple of Apostle Williams, is to be what? Is to obedient to be sent. There is nothing that is too small to do when you are sent. Nothing. Mark chapter 3 verse 13 to 15. You must obey. You should follow instruction. You should make yourself sendable. Pastor Praise Jacob, one of the weddings we had in this church, is a girl that he knows. In the church where they're supposed to wed the girl, there was a problem, and the girl now called Pastor Praise, which is my mentor, and said, see what is happening, see what is happening. They refuse to wed my sister. Can you please come from Port Harcourt to Uyo? We will pay anything, your hotel, just to wed my sister. Pastor Praise said no, he can't come. That he has a son, he has a boy in Uyo that will do the wedding. Now imagine if one of our church policies was to not to wed people who are not members. If I say because of that policy I will not wed that girl, then I'm not sendable. So you cannot follow me on your own terms. You follow based on instructions. You can be at home. You don't like to come out by 8 p.m. but there's a call that demands that you come out by 8. You say, Pastor, one of my rules is that once it's 8, I'm not coming out. Oh, so you have a rule. You are not a rule of law. You should have a chamber also, so that we can come and judge case. Say, me, I don't like coming out by 9. Or you say, once it is 10 p.m., I don't pick calls. No matter who call, I don't pick calls. Even if the president, I don't pick calls. I don't pick any call. Then pastor calls, now come by 10. You say, no, pastor is about to break my rules. Then you see the phone ring. You not pick. The next morning you say, please, pastor, I'm very sorry. The reason why I didn't pick that call yesterday is because I set a rule that by 10, I don't pick any call. You see? So when pastor called me, was he on Thursday or what? It should be on Friday. The wedding was the next day. He called me and said, Williams, there's a problem. I said, what is it? He said, there's a girl I want you to wed a girl tomorrow. She's coming to see you. I didn't even wait to explain the question. I said, yes, sir. Even though it's the spirit, bring the spirit. I will wed the spirit. Because it is because of you. I trust you that you will not send a bad person for me to wed. I also trust you that before you say wed, you trust me enough to handle this case. Because if you don't trust me, you will not send me. Are you following what I'm saying? So when he said, Mark 3:13, are you there? Everybody want to go. He says, and he went up on the mountain and called to him those he himself wanted, and they came where? To him. The next one. Then he appointed 12 that they might be with him, and that he might do what? Send them out to do what? To preach. You see, the first thing is to be with your teacher, so that your teacher can send you. So your pastor cannot send who has not been with him. Because if you send who has not been with you, they will misrepresent you. They don't know anything about you. Obedience to be sent. For instance, they asked you to come and do opening prayer. You now came, he's come and start singing. I surrender all to Jesus. Off the mic. Your job description is to do what? Pray. Did they add praise and worship in your job description? Did you hear, go and do praise and worship? That is why we have music departments. Why are you singing? Don't sing. The same thing too, when you are asked to sing, you don't come and pray and use 1 hour to say, pray in the Holy Ghost. The Lord, 30 minutes. Praise and worship is 40 minutes. You have used for 30 minutes to pray. Then you now 10 minutes more. Now lift up your hands as the heavens are open. Brother, calm down. Heaven is closed already. Calm down. By this act, you're walking on that closed heaven. Calm down. Those things makes people rate you and know if you're disciplined or not. Luke chapter 10, verse 1. Are you there? Number 2, how to do what? Become a strong disciple is to do what? Is obedience to being sent. After these things, the Lord appointed 70 others also, and sent them, how many? 2 by 2, before what? His face, into every city and place where he himself was about to go to. The law, or what they call it, one of the principles to be sent by your pastor is that your pastor will send you to do a thing that you think you don't have the capacity to do. When you are sent to do what you think you don't have capacity to do, let me tell you your response. Respond, just go. As you choose to go, the capacity will come along. But if you don't have capacity to do a thing and they ask you to do it and you begin to argue, if you go in argument, you'll find out that you can't do anything. But if you go in obedience, now you are depending on what pastors say, not in your capacity. What pastors say will produce the capacity to do it. And you'll now find out that the things you think you could not do, now you're doing it. So, number 2 is that you have to be obedient to what? To be sent. Allow. They ask whatever pastor asks you to do, as long as it has to do with your growth, spiritual growth, even if you don't have the capacity, the wisdom, and you're not fully ready, jump at it, because there's something pastor have seen that we have not seen. When they asked me to start preaching, I did not know. I didn't know anything. Pastor said, today, Williams, you're the one doing the exhortation. Oh boy. I said, how will I start? Where will I start from? Ground should open and swallow me. So I stood there and carry all the grammar and box seat, like somebody's boxing for me, and kai and Fanta. Box everything. Pastor sat down, look at me. Pastor was looking at me, be laughing. He just put his face down and laugh. I said, oh, I'm finished. But now, guess what? Look at me. If I didn't take that first step to obey, I won't be here. So I don't know how to sing. Go, collect mic, sing. Let us laugh you. Are you get what I'm saying? You become better. Because in the process of growth, you become better. Are you get what I'm saying? So you must be obedient to be sent. Say, Pastor, I don't have a pastoral calling. I say, go and open a campus fellowship. He said, no, pastoral calling. There's no pastoral calling in my life. There's a pastoral calling on your life. Everybody's called to be a soul winner. Go for it. I follow what I'm saying? What do I say you should do? Go for it. So number 2, I say obedient what? To be sent. How to become what? A strong disciple of apostle. Number 1 is what? Consistent followership. Number 2, then to be sent. Number 3, serving wholeheartedly. Serving wholeheartedly. Don't serve in a church like the church is cheating you. Don't serve as though the church is using you. Don't serve looking for opportunity to take whatever that enters your hand. Maybe they ask you to go and buy a thing, to go and check a price. The thing is 2,000. You come and say it's 5,000. You're not serving God well. You are a thief in the house of God. And can I say this? You may collect that money and eat and be excited. I get from that you have eaten 3,000. That 3,000 you eat can be 3 years that you have eaten so. Because to God, one day is 1,000 years. One day. I never served any pastor. In fact, whenever my pastor asks me to do a thing that involves money, I look for how to negotiate down so that there won't be so much burden on the church. And you get what I'm saying? You look for how to ensure that the church does not spend so much. You go and negotiate. They ask you to go and find out the price of a thing. You just enter there and they tell you the thing is 100,000. You go home. If it was your personal matter, you won't go home. You will stand there and say, I have 3,000. I have 90,000. I have 60,000. You negotiate for church. But you just come and say, this thing is 90,000. And expect that the 50 naira you've given for 3 months is enough of this. It has reached 90,000. Your tithe is 2,000. In 12 months, is how much? 24,000. Is that speaker talking? Is that one talking? 24,000. So it's the money that you're giving that you want to collect. You say, where a man they work, and I ain't go chop. That is your language. And you come to church and pray and say, God should prosper you. If you be God, will He prosper you? These are the things people do and get into trouble. Are you getting what I'm saying? These are the things people do and get into trouble. They ask you to buy fuel. The fuel is 5,000. You went and buy the fuel 4,000. Or buy the fuel 4,500 and come and put in the generator. And service is going on like that. Service off. You have off 1 year. 1 year of your life is off. Some people don't know why they are suffering. You serve God looking for gain. No, allow God to reward you for faithfulness. Not you serving for gain. Not you. Sometimes when we ask you to do a thing, you can put yourself in trouble. You can. He said, it does not matter. We are under grace. You will see this grace. Grace does not take away discipline. God will discipline you. Even discipline is part of grace. You serve wholeheartedly. You serve not looking for gain. You serve not looking for opportunity to collect. When you have served and you are faithful, guess what happened? There is no leader that sees your faithfulness that will not think of helping you. No leader. Any leader that does not think of helping you when you're faithful is a bad leader. And my kind of person, you can't work with me and you don't eat from me. You can't. You can't work with me and don't eat from me. But don't try to steal from the church and think it does not matter. Everybody that work very close with me, especially the people that go out with me for meetings, I can't collect honorarium anywhere and you don't take. My conscience will not even allow me. There are people that have served God in this church. I see the way they serve. I'll call them and say, listen, this semester I'm going to pay your school fees. Some of them I'll tell you, I'll give you 50% of your school fees. Why? I see the way you're serving. No gain, no interest to get anything, but rather you're very sacrificial. Do you know that when you are asked to do a thing and you not did that stuff, you now find that you overcharge us? You have lost trust from me forever. You will not go away from this church. I'll still be pastoring you, but I can't trust you again. And the moment I can't trust you, there are things I can't do with you. There are places I can't send you to. And I won't use my mouth to tell you. I won't. Why do you think Christy has been our church accountant for years? Christy has been counting this church money for more than 5 years. More than 5 years. I mean 4 4 years, yes. More than 4 years. Never has 1 naira miss. 1. I've never had a problem with figures where you're supposed to write 10, you go write 6. They were trying to find out. Never. That's why sometimes after service, when they finish counting money now, I don't even know. The only thing that she counts money with mama. I just go home. The next thing I see on the platform, this is how much is offering, blah blah blah, and all of that. I just, as long if you say this is the money, then that is the money. Do you have? Can you see money and not think of stealing? Can you see money and not think of stealing? Your HOD department is contributing money. You're the one collecting the money to go and eat. And you come and lie on the altar and speak in tongues. Oh, blah, 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 blah. God, open my way. God have used 9 inches to block it. If you wonder why you're eating your way has refused to open. You will see, you will suffer lack with this kind of attitude. You will just enjoy the fact that you're eating maybe 2,000 from church, 5,000 from church, but you are setting yourself up to suffer. Departmental money, you're collecting it. You say, pastor is the head of the church, me, I'm the head of what? Of the department. My spiritual father, Apostle T. Philip, used to have a children teacher, and they will collect offering. This woman has never for once gone to give account. So one day, pastor now asked the woman to come and give account. She didn't come for service that day. And said she was sick. Next Sunday, she said she's sick. They said, okay, we are sending somebody to your house to come and do the account on your sick bed. She now told the pastor she doesn't want to come to that church again. They said, okay, no problem. We agree that you're not coming again. Just give us the money. They found that all the money she was collecting from children department, she was eating the money. She left the church that way. They now replaced her with another person, set up a structure and all of that. After 2 years, she came back sick with stroke. She came back sick with stroke to come and beg for them to forgive her. The people that does God's things in a bad way, they die with sickness. They don't die well. They die with sickness. Why do you think I structure church in such a way that all the offering, I don't have access to it? You think I don't love my life? At the end of the year, we're using the money to go and buy a property. If the money is not enough for property, we get agreement with the bank, put it as fixed deposit. This church has fixed deposit with 2 banks, locked. The only money I have access to is the one you guys give to me free will, and the one that they raise on 3rd Sunday. But see, church offering, I don't have access to it. Touch it. Then maybe you are privileged as a HOD to have church money. Then, because the money is entering your account, before you know, you squander all the money. You don't know that you're being set up for destruction. Set up for destruction. You're doing the wrong thing. If they will send church money to your account, it should be an account that you don't have access to. You're not always using, so that Satan will not tempt you. Satan will not tempt you. You're not serving the Lord wholeheartedly. You are serving the Lord criminally, like a thief. You are a Judas. You love money more than God. And everybody that has this attitude does not always end well. Some years ago, we were doing a program. I sent a guy, not in church, in Nicodobas. I sent a guy to go and buy fuel. I know where fuel level is. The guy went and bought the fuel. When he was coming, I gave him either 2,000 or 3,000. He bought fuel 1,000. When he was coming, I said, this fuel, is it 3,000? He said, yes. Is it 3,000? He said, yes. I called him, took the rubber. I say, I'm the pastor of this church. I've pastored this church for some years. I know where 2,000, 3,000 fuel is. See, this fuel that you bought is 1,000 naira fuel. He apologized. So that means you took 2,000 from the money. So he now begged me to return it. I said, I'm not collecting. Use the money. So it's money you're looking for. Use it. Take money and use. So money, you're in trouble. Take the money. So it's 2,000 that is a problem. Since we are born, you have not seen 2,000 before. Take it. I said, no, I'm not collecting that money. I took 2,000 and gave to another person. Go and buy the fuel. Add up. After that program, he came and met me and said, no, take the money. But I want to let you know, this money will land you where you don't think. As I speak to you now, that money has landed that guy where he does not. There's some things I don't say. I know of a young man that went into apostolic church, broke the what they call this thing, tithe box, stole money, and left. I was a member of that church. They stood in church and announced they have broken tithe money, tithe box. If you know you are the person, we are giving you 7 days to come and confess. We will forgive you. Of all churches apostolic, 7 days passed, the guy did not go. Yinibono came in tag model. Yinibono came in tag model. Yinibono came in tag model. That church prayer band fasted 4 days dry. Nobody ate. Can I say this? The guy is dead. I'm telling you, he's dead. He didn't die here. He died of sickness. I know him. It was that incident that made me to be afraid of church money. He got sick. Before he died, they took him to the church. He confessed before the entire prayer band. That was the one that broke that tithe box. They drove him out. They asked him to leave. His father and mother were crying. They said, there's nothing we can do. The deed has been done. And can I say this? Before that guy died, the mother and father spent their entire savings for him to be alive. It was when they have spent everything that there was no money anywhere. He now confessed. They now took him there to beg. They say there's nothing they can do. They took the guy back. That guy died at the age of 21. I saw when they carried the guy to go and bury. From that day, I knew the impact of touching church money. You don't know, you don't know the danger of touching church money. They ask you to go and buy fuel. You're the one that you have guts to come out your own money. You have the effrontery to put hand for fuel money and collect. Then before your eye, church service went down. Hey, you're gone. Finished. All of us that entered this place to serve our God, we are praying. Because of you, service went off. People disconnected from God. Service was disorganized. And you think your life will be in order. You're in trouble. Even if it's 200 naira, you're in trouble. The only thing that can save you is to meet the authority and say, please, I did this, forgive me. This is why people go to school, graduate, nothing come out. You don't understand. I'm just taking my time to tell you now. Any money that has the name of God, run away from that money. Except that money was given to you as your own. Don't touch it. If you touch it, you are in trouble. I know of a man, the Deeper Lifer. It was like the regional pastor. They'll be sending money for him to build Deeper Life Church. He will carry the thing, carry cement, carry rod, go his village to go and build his own house. That man was my friend's father. They will send 50 bags of cement. He will take 20 to his village. They will send rod. That's how it be siphoning. He built his house first before they finished the church of God. He has built his 4-bedroom flat, roofed it, put door in his village, stolen money. They now build Deeper Life Church, rich roof. There was no window, no door. The church could no longer continue. But his house is a big man in the village. After 3 years, the man died. He was in Port Harcourt City. He didn't have the leisure to go and live inside a house. He confessed to the headquarter pastor before he died. He now told his children that that house, they should not enter. They should sell it and take the money back to Deeper Life. They should not touch a dime. Sell that house. Take every money back to Deeper Life. It's not our house. That house was built by stolen church property. And can I also shock you? His children, none of them is anything. All of them still working today, useless. So you were trying to build a future for your children, disfiguring the house of God to build your own future. Say, Pastor, I was hungry. So because you were hungry, that's why you stole church money. You carry the money to eat. Continue. You must serve God with your heart, not with seeking to get gain. Wholeheartedly, John chapter 4 verse 8. Serve God wholeheartedly. As the church grows, see, you will enjoy it. We're in our season of labor, not a season of enjoyment. Don't be quick to seek enjoyment. That is what happened with Gehazi. Gehazi was in a hurry to enjoy. When the master asked the king to go, that whatever the king brought, he doesn't want it. Gehazi followed the king and said, my master don't change my, collect whatever. And when Gehazi came back to his master, the master told Gehazi, didn't my spirit follow you when you went to go and collect clothes, collect money? Now when I read that scripture, you know what took my attention? The master did not say it was wrong to collect clothes and money. He says, is it yet the time to collect clothes and collect money? Because the masters understood, the more you serve, God will bless you with clothes and money. But it says that, is it yet time to be collecting clothes and money? Why are you in a hurry to collect clothes and money? You will have clothes, you will have money. Calm down. He said, because of this thing you have done, the leprosy that was upon Naaman has come upon you and your entire household. He left that place leprous. His entire generation, as they born you into leprosy. Because of your father was in a hurry to blow. John, after this, I just have one. We are going. Your mama was in a hurry to blow. John chapter 4 verse 8 read. It said, for his disciple that had gone away into what? The city to do what? To buy food. It means that when you are following your pastor, nothing is too hard to do. Not is here, I can pastor say, Mark, I sweep ground. Where is divine? Divine, follow that broom, sweep that ground. So now you're too big now to sweep ground. So divine, his own is to be sweeping ground, your own is to be supervising. This spirit will take you nowhere. So divine, take broom, go and sweep outside. Can't sweep the floor. I am a director now. I am HOD now. Now me get tenor voice pass for this church. So they should not see me outside. How can they see me outside sweeping? Sweeping. My own position is to be holding microphone. If you want to hold my, go to Nepal and buy one. Hold it. Where you want to sleep, put it on your chest. so that you can see yourself singing in the dream. Serve wholeheartedly. The last one. Serve. How to become a strong what? Disciple of apostle. Number 1 is what? Number 2 is what? Number 3. Number 4. Long-term commitment to growth and personal transformation by addictively listening to apostle on Telegram. You are not yet my disciple if you don't listen to me apart from church. Yes. You can't follow me only during service. How you know you're my disciple is that after service you go and get my message and sit and do what? And listen. You have not heard me teach by listening to me once. Even me that is the preacher, I listen to myself 4 or 5 times. One message. So you must have long-term commitment to growth and personal transformation. Decide in your heart that I'm going to follow apostle. And this followership is a long thing. A long-term followership. You follow me whether rain fall or sunshine. Whether moon come out or star come out. Are you get what I'm saying? You follow. You can't be breaking followership. Where you're supposed to be, you're not there. I told you, be here. I come. I didn't see you there. You're not following. You're playing with your life. I can't commit to you beyond your level of followership. My commitment to you is to the level of your willingness to do what? To follow. Long-term followership. I follow whether day. I follow in the night. I follow in whether there is sun, whether there is moon. I'm a committed follower. Long-term followership. Who wants to go into a relationship? Can I ask you a question? Who goes into a relationship with the hope of breaking up the next day? Even though the person is flirting, he wants a long time to flirt. Liberty should understand. So you just meet this girl and you say, I like this girl, but I'm not interested in marrying this girl. I just want to, I just want to be with her. Are you get what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be with a girl on short term. He wants to be with a girl what? On long term. Just baba around with the girl for like 3 years. It's not enough long term. After 3 years, you now say, baby, I just realized that you're not the girl for me. You realize, okay, you just realize. I just realized you're not the girl for me. But the girl will start saying, after all these things we have done, after what I have done for you for 3 years. Because even though you're a flirter, you still want a committed time to flirt. Not a brief flirting. You must be committed. Long term. You should be able to say, I followed this pastor for 10 years, for 15 years, for 20 years. Not after 6 months, you disappear. You now show up 3 years after and call me your pastor. How am I your pastor? You have broken followership. I'm not an NYC pastor. I'm not a copper pastor. This hand is strong in pastoral work. Now that you're behaving well, it's because you have somebody looking you. If you live here, you may likely start wearing pants on TikTok. I start doing like this online. Because now you're a sheep without what? Shepherd. Now, just knowing that this video, if pastor see this video, I would have gone mad, but somebody's holding my madness. Just the thought that if pastor see this video, have you seen how you can behave just because there's somebody in your life? Imagine if I am not in your life. Who let the dog out? Who? Just imagine. Just imagine. You don't talk that made that. you have become self-destruct. Just the thought. That's how, see, just the thought that Apostle T.D. Philip is in my life, and Pastor Mark and Pastor Praise makes me behave. My videos, as I'm talking, as the video goes by, they are watching it. You don't know the advantage of having a pastor and knowing that a pastor hear this thing is a huge problem. Some of you, the day your mama tell you, I'm coming to your church like a bus. Your mother just tell you, and they come to church. That day, party scatter. Party scatter. When Abbas' mother came, Abbas' mother did not tell Abbas. I knew that day when Abbas turned back and saw the mother. It's as if make ground open. Make Abbas' mother told me, yeah, I don't tell us how they come. So I saw his face when he saw me. I said, yes, Mama. I said, Mama, please see me in the office. The mother came, told me everything he wants to tell me. I said, don't worry. Just go. I will deal with you. You see, Abbas is better. Clap for him, clap for him. He's better. Very better. So, I was talking about this guy. They have walked around, they find out there is no pastor that is insisting on their life. So they tried to come back. The first day they came, they gave me a seed of 5,000. Say, wait till you had the money. This is the fruit of my former labor. It's the fruit of my former labor. It's not even enough. So I collect the money, keep there. I say, this one is what I work for. Hey, what is the problem? He started talking, pastor life is hard. Pastor life is still like this. I said, then the second time they came with 10,000. Pastor, please, I want you to do like this for us. I said, drop the envelope here. This is the school fees that you refuse to pay. All the I've labored in your life. As they leave the office, the Holy Ghost says, shut it down. Don't give them access again. He said, don't give them access again. As they just left the last time, the Holy Ghost says, shut that door. Don't give them access to your life again. They didn't value it when they had it. Follow. And the guy was the one that left church. We didn't ask him to leave. Just simple correction. He went and removed. She was the one that left your, is it ushering? Yes. Left ushering group, left church group, just because I was trying to pastor him. And there's something the Holy Ghost told me. Whatever they are doing will not last. It's becoming clearer. The guy will get up and run away. And I know that guy. When I was talking to him, he never dreamt of getting married or even having a child. He's at all. But guess what happened? He has forcefully become a father. He's not a father. Something he never planned for. Something that he would have dodged by just listening to instructions. He accidentally discharged. Now you have to consciously be in charge. Yes, he's now. What do you know about discharge? So you don't know the see, when you have a pastor that you're under, you have an advantage in life. Your pastor is your advantage. Things that people suffer, you won't suffer it. Yes. So you must addictively listen to me on Telegram. Listen. Go back, download my teachings. Listen to it again and again. He said, my sheep will do what? Will hear my voice.